Hey guys, today I'm excited to bring you an exclusive XDA Premiere application launch. It's called Switcher. If you follow me on my account, on my YouTube account, you probably saw that I demoed a little bit of a preview not that long ago of an application that enables you to switch between applications on your device, on the fly. Very nice, very quick, very smooth. Let's check it out. I posted an article on the XDA portal not that long ago referencing an app called Switcher. This app brought to us by XDA senior member Mohammed Adib. Now if the name sounds familiar, this is the same developer that brought us Sidebar and floating stickies. But the new application that he's providing us, which is called Switcher, enables us to switch between running applications in the background by just swiping your finger across the screen. We'll go into the thread real quick. He gives us a real quick preview of what the application looks like as far as using your finger to swipe on, and a few more screenshots. And other than that, let's check it out on the device. Go ahead and download and install the application on your device. Turn it on using the icon itself. This is Switcher. You're given three tabs. You have the General, the Switcher, the Support. These three tabs will enable you to configure whichever interface or whichever flow that you decide to go with. Speaking of flow, under Select Style, under the second tab, you have the ability of going between Switcher Flow and Switcher Slide. Flow is more in tune with the way Control Tab is used to be using on your Windows, and Slide is essentially intended to be just more of a one app at a time. You're able to go back and forth, and I'll show you guys which one I will go through. So we'll go with the Slide option, and then it gives you a quick real explanation. And the tips essentially is that you select a card, you can go back to switch back, and you don't see all your applications at the same time. And he also gives us a link for the YouTube walkthrough. Click Next, and it explains to you that you're able to swipe it to the right side. Again, this is in the Pro version, to be able to close the application. And then that's pretty much it. You can see the sensitivity level is on the left side. The applications are already set. We'll go ahead and try to switch this real quick to show you what it looks kind of like. So here's one card. I can switch to another, switch back to another. If I want to close this application, I just swipe it to the right. It's just gone. Now you notice there's a bottom here. It gave us kind of a notification. There are two options here you want to keep in mind. This application does have a root function if you have root on your device. If you don't need to have it. If you don't and you swipe it to the right, the application will attempt to close the running app. And if it doesn't, that's due to some privileges that the operating system is not allowing it to do. So if you have root on the device, it will ask you for it and then use it, and then you definitely have that function. The other main thing here is if you bring an app and you don't want to use it, you just want to go home, just swipe down. It takes you back to the home screen that you were on before you left. You're able to again go back into the setting itself. Overall, the setup option here obviously is to turning it on, starting on boot, very simple. The positioning, the editing, the margin, the sensitivity, that's all in controlling of, right here, the trigger axis. You have a blacklist option and a whitelist option for the application. Obviously the ability to turn on vibration is whenever you're doing this. I like to turn it off. You're able to change your style under the Switcher tab, which essentially is where we were. So we're able to go and switch to the other application. I'll get back to this in 1 second. I just want to cover the slide. Just as a heads up, the Switcher slide changes depending on what style you're in. We'll go back in, go back to Switcher. You're able to set the running task limit. Live task switching is a very nice thing. This gives us the ability to actually preview what the function is as we're switching. So even though I get a card here and this is my files, I can see the running app. I go back, I can see the running app, I can see it. And you can keep doing this all day. Sometimes some devices have had problems with this. I'm thinking a lot more on the new devices, you won't have as many issues with this. But again, not every device has the amount of RAM that this device has. This has 3 gigs of RAM, so not everything will be running at the same level. And last but not least, so you can turn this on and then you can use it if you'd like. I personally don't necessarily need it, because generally when I'm using this application to switch, I'm looking at the background, so I don't want it to overlay over that. Swipe area slide, to close. This is that function that I was explaining to you, and again, it gives us the ability to do so. Now, the reason why I was saying it changes based on the settings, in this option to close an app, you just swipe it to the right. In the other style, it changes entirely. So we'll go in here. Last thing, support is just to contact the developer. It gives you a link to the XDA thread. A couple of tutorials, and the FAQs are actually pretty well written, and then it gives you an answer to most of them, and it does attempt to fix some of its own issues. So we'll go ahead and we'll switch to the other side. This is the other part. Again, as you switch to the next slide, it explains to you now that you're able to switch and you can see multiple apps, and then you have the option of having that close button on the top right screen, and you'll click OK. So now we've switched the system. It goes back to the General tab. This part doesn't change actually at all. the next part does change itself. Now you see that here there's a close all button. That didn't have it before. We didn't have that before with the card style. So now when we actually try to switch, you notice you have multiple apps. You only have 2 right now because I've closed the other ones. But I have the option of going up here. Oops. It takes a little bit of maneuvering, but the phone slides. We'll go back into the application itself. And you're able to, obviously at this moment all I have is one app, but you can see that there is the close button on the top, you have the application itself, and if I swipe down I can close the running app itself. So it's only, you can do it better as far as one app at a time, or you can do multiple apps at a time. So we'll open up the Play Store, we'll open up the camera, and let's say we'll open up Nest, why not? So at least we have a couple apps running. Nest does take a little longer because it's pulling data from the server. So once it's on, and then we're able to see here, see I have all these applications running, I can either use the app for the camera straight itself, or I can just shut it down. I just close the app for the camera, and I can go back in here. All I have is the Nest, and I can go up to the top and close all of them. Overall, very easy. Sometimes when I first launched the application itself, as far as switching between one application, there is a slight lag initially, and from what I understand from the developer's notes are that initially it's just due to either the launcher and the interface and the ability to just kind of like get the application up and running. Once it runs, the switching functionality is very fast, very smooth, and it works very nice. So I mean, it does, again, you can switch to your heart's content. Personally, I like the cart style, and I've liked the cart style since the beginning, actually from when the application was essentially just in its infancy, and I've always enjoyed this version of it, and mostly because I can do this. So it's when you launch it, you can go back and forth, and you can go home. Hope you guys like the application. It installs and runs very nicely on your device. The process of setting it up is very simple, as you guys saw. There's 3 tabs. You can go in there and customize it to your heart's content. I want to mention that the features that you were looking at on the app, on the device that I have on the Note 3 were the Pro versions. The basic or the light version, which is available on the Google Play Store, as well as the XDA Thread for a download, is basically just gives you the functionality of using the switching or the switching application function. You don't have all the extra gestures. You can't customize it. You cannot do, he also gives us an option to go in there and whitelist or blacklist certain applications from running within Switcher. You also have the ability of customizing the, not only just the sensitivity area, but you're also able to switch it between right and left. You're able to change the opaquency. As far as cover flow, you're able to even customize the size of the icons, how fast they go, the transition, how smooth, the 3D effect. He gives us customization options up the wazoo, and realistically, it's one of the main benefits of this application. The developer also is very responsive and has had many applications here on XDA and maintained many applications here on XDA. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe to this channel as usual, and like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys like this. This was definitely an app I was waiting for a long time to come out. Glad to see the developer was able to put it together, and again, in a very nice, sleek interface. Definitely enjoyed using this, and let me know what you guys think, and hope you guys can download this and check it out. I'll see you soon.